In the entire 154-year history of Major League Baseball, no player had ever achieved what seemed impossible until September 19th, 2024, when Shohei Ohtani did something that left even the most seasoned baseball experts speechless. 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in a single season. The 50-50 Club. A milestone so rare that for over a century, baseball's greatest legends, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, never even came close. But on that September afternoon in Miami, the two-way superstar from Japan didn't just join this exclusive club, he obliterated the door and rewrote what we thought was possible in America's pastime. I'm here to tell you why Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 season isn't just another impressive statistical achievement. It's the single greatest individual performance in baseball history. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this Japanese phenomenon has fundamentally changed how we evaluate greatness in Major League Baseball. Welcome back to Curveball TV, where we break down baseball's most incredible stories. But first, let me paint you a picture of just how impossible this feat really was. Since the modern era began in 1900, only 4 players had ever reached 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases in the same season. The legendary 40-40 Club included Jose Canseco in 1988, Barry Bonds in 1996, Alex Rodriguez in 1998, and Alfonso Soriano in 2006. 4 players in 124 years. The 50-50 Club, it was pure fantasy. Baseball statisticians called it the impossible milestone. Even the game's most gifted athletes, players who combined elite power with blazing speed, fell short. Ronald Acuña Jr. came closest in 2023 with 41 homers and 73 steals, but he even couldn't crack the 50 home run barrier. Then came Ohtani's 2024 season with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and everything changed. When Shohei Ohtani signed his record-breaking 10-year, $700 million contract with the Dodgers in December of 2023, the baseball world expected greatness. But nobody, and I mean nobody, predicted what was about to unfold. Coming off Tommy John surgery, Ohtani couldn't pitch in 2024. For the first time in his Major League Baseball career, he was purely a designated hitter and position player. Critics wondered, without his two-way abilities, could Ohtani still be the game's most valuable player? The answer came swiftly and emphatically. From opening day, Ohtani's bat was absolutely scorching. By the All-Star break, he already had 29 home runs, putting him on pace for 50+. But it wasn't just the quantity. It was the quality. Ohtani was launching moonshots that left pitchers shaking their heads and fans reaching for their phones to capture history. His 470-foot blast against the Colorado Rockies in June. The walk-off grand slam against Tampa Bay that had Dodger Stadium erupting like it was October. The opposite field rocket in San Francisco that silenced the Giants' faithful. Each swing seemed to carry the weight of destiny. But here's what caught everyone off guard: Ohtani's stolen bases. Throughout his career with the Angels, he'd shown flashes of speed, but never consistently. In 2024, something clicked. Maybe it was the focused training without pitching responsibilities. Maybe it was the Dodgers' aggressive base-running philosophy. Or maybe Ohtani simply decided to show the world another dimension of his otherworldly talent. By August, Baseball Insiders started whispering about the impossible. Ohtani sat at 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. The 40-40 Club was within reach, but could he possibly get to 50-50? September baseball is when legends are made, and Ohtani embraced the moment like few other players ever have. With each passing game, the anticipation grew. Baseball fans who hadn't watched regularly in years found themselves tuning in nightly, hoping to witness history. The home runs kept coming. Number 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. each one bringing him closer to immortality. Meanwhile, his stolen base total climbed steadily. He was running with the confidence of a man who knew his place in history was waiting. September 19th, 2024. Lone Depot Park in Miami. The stage was set for something special, but even the most optimistic Ohtani believers couldn't have scripted what happened next. Bottom of the first inning, Ohtani steps into the batter's box needing one home run to reach 50. Miami's Edward Cabrera delivers a 1-1 slider, and Ohtani turns on it with that picture-perfect swing we've come to know and love. The ball rockets off his bat at 118 miles per hour, soaring 402 feet into the left field seats. Home run number 50. The crowd erupts, his teammates pour out of the dugout, and Ohtani rounds the bases with that humble smile that's become his trademark. But he wasn't done. Not even close. Later that same game, Ohtani steals second base, his 50th stolen base of the season. In one magical afternoon in Miami, he became the first and only member of the 50-50 club in baseball history. But wait, there's more. In that same game, Ohtani went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases, and 10 RBIs. It wasn't just a historic milestone. It was perhaps the greatest single-game performance in modern baseball history. Let me put Ohtani's achievements in perspective for you. In the 154-year history of Major League Baseball, we've seen 32 players hit 50-plus home runs in a season. Hundreds of players steal 50-plus bases in a season. But only one player, Shohei Ohtani, has done both in the same year. This isn't just rare, it's unprecedented. We're talking about a statistical achievement that combines elite power, something only the game's greatest sluggers possess, with elite speed, something typically reserved for smaller, contact-oriented players. Think about what this requires physically. To hit 50 home runs, you need incredible bat speed, perfect timing, and the strength to drive balls 400-plus feet consistently. To steal 50 bases, you need explosive acceleration, perfect jump timing, and the endurance to run the bases aggressively for 162 games. These skill sets are almost mutually exclusive. Power hitters are typically bigger, slower players who focus on driving the ball out of the park. Base stealers are usually smaller, quicker players who rely on speed and cunning rather than raw power. Ohtani is 6 foot 4 inches, 210 pounds, and somehow possesses both skill sets at an elite level. It defies everything we thought we knew about baseball physiology. But it's not just physical, it's mental. The pressure of chasing history while playing for a championship contending team would crush most players. Every at-bat in September carried the weight of 154 years of baseball history. Every stolen base attempt was scrutinized by millions of fans worldwide. Ohtani handled it with grace and composure of a seasoned veteran, never showing the strain, never pressing, just playing the game with the joy and passion that made him fall in love with baseball as a kid in Japan. Ohtani's 50-50 season has fundamentally changed how we evaluate baseball talent. For decades, players were categorized. You were either a power hitter or a speed guy, a pitcher or a position player. Ohtani has shattered these artificial boundaries. Young players around the world are now asking, why can't I do both? Baseball academies are rethinking their development programs. The next generation of players will grow up believing that limitations exist only in our minds, not in our abilities. In Japan, Ohtani's achievement has elevated baseball to new heights. Kids who might have chosen soccer or other sports are picking up baseball gloves and dreaming of following in his footsteps. The ripple effect of his success will be felt for generations. While team success often drives MVP voting, Ohtani's 50-50 season created an undeniable case for individual excellence. He became just the second player in history to win MVP unanimously in the National League, joining Barry Bonds' 2001 season. As we look ahead, the question isn't whether Ohtani can repeat this feat, it's whether anyone will ever come close again. With his pitching expected to return in 2025, we might witness something even more extraordinary. A player who can dominate on the mound and achieve 50-50 at the plate. The scary part, Ohtani is just entering his prime. At 30 years old, with his body finally healthy and his mind fully adapted to Major League Baseball pitching, his best years might still be just ahead of him. Could we see 60-60? Could we see a pitcher win 15 games while hitting 50 home runs and stealing 50 bases? With Shohei Ohtani, nothing seems impossible anymore. Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 season represents more than just numbers on a stat sheet. It's a testament to human potential, a reminder that greatness knows no boundaries, and proof that sometimes reality can exceed even our wildest dreams. For 154 years, the 50-50 club remained empty, a mathematical possibility that seemed practically impossible. Then came a humble superstar from Japan who didn't just achieve the impossible, he made it look effortless. In an era where baseball sometimes struggles to capture the imagination of younger fans, Ohtani has reminded us why we fell in love with this game in the first place. He's shown us that baseball, at its highest value, is pure magic. The 50-50 Club has its first member, and his name is Shohei Ohtani. And something tells me he's just getting started.